window rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full
Well,
of tats.
that part didn't happen. He was prepping for this because he wanted to show her how special she was, and then
By
she thinks
shitting on her,
and
literally.
she thinks he's trying to break up with her because he's acting weird because his stomach's about to erupt. So she runs out across the street trying to get away from him, and then he gets hit by a car and it just explodes shit all over the windshield of the car.
Oh my god!
It's a fucked up movie.
Okay.
It's a fucked up
I don't
movie.
think I'm gonna watch this one. This one sounds like I'm gonna keep passing on it.
Yeah, this is a hell of a way to start the episode. So, welcome back to the Now You Made It
Especially the
Awkward.
direction we're gonna take it.
Yeah, exactly. So, start out a little lighthearted and heavy pantsed. So, welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, episode 65. I am your host, Shoky. Fuck, it's hot in Texas, even though it was a cooler day today. It's still hot as shit. It was 74 when I went to work, but it was 102 by the time I got off work. So
It was 85 this morning, but it still ain't the 120 we've been pumping for like the last week.
yeah, you guys might get a little bit of that cool front like tomorrow.
Well, it downpoured yesterday afternoon, like it finally broke.
You got rain?
It rained for hours. It rained. So then today it's cooler but muggy.
We don't get above a 4% chance of rain till next Tuesday.
Damn.
And that's only a 12% chance of rain. We've had zero rain for basically a whole month. But you can follow me at all the Shoky links down below, where I've actually been posting stuff over on the actual Shoky Reviews channel.
Yeah, I saw you posting videos again, unboxings in the kitchen.
Well, I've done a lot of unboxings and stuff like that, but like I put up a poll to see if people wanted me to actually review the things I've been getting in.
You ready to send me that samurai set yet?
No. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. You don't want it.
Oh, the Ninja Turtle Samurai? No, that's fine. Fuck off.
You don't want them.
I do want them. That's why I paid for them.
I'll sell you that last DX9 bot you need.
No. I'm just waiting for that to come back out, so I don't have to pay $85 in shipping like they want from fucking eBay.
Jesus Christ.
They only want $69 for the figure. They want $85 for shipping. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, they do that because it dries them up, because most people click lowest price.
Yeah.
So they put the price all in the shipping, so it puts their
they recover.
Yeah. And that's why I didn't buy those. But of course they want it for the last one that I need. But I have been getting in a bunch of these
I'll just trade you heads up.
No, good.
I'll trade you plus cash, man. No. I don't mind having an incomplete Minosaur. I've had a Fans Toys incomplete Minosaur for years. It won't bother me to have a DX9 one sitting there incomplete.
No, I'm good. I like my turtles. I'll trade you for an old Rita Repulsa that I don't want anymore.
So I don't want it ever.
Dude, I did get the new one in, like the 30th anniversary redo.
Mm-hmm.
I
heard it was rough. The one with the soft goods and stuff.
Well, the original one had soft goods. There's no difference. Okay. But they actually put in a swappable face that actually looks like the fucking actress. So you actually get multiple faces. They changed the paint deco to be, accurate, instead of looking like shit like the first one did. But they didn't do anything to improve the ability to stand or to hold objects properly. So it doesn't really matter what they did for the deco. But I am definitely swapping it out. Yes, I see your cuphead.
Too close. Back it up. It's blurry.
No, it's focusing on his eyeball. You got to cover your face if you want it to focus there. Now it's focusing on your window there. Also, if you guys actually want to see what we're talking about right now, you can sign up for the Patreon. Link is in the description down below. So shout out to our patrons. So we've got Laura and Mary, who are the only ones.
You saying our patrons? You ain't my patrons. Fuck y'all.
they're technically our patrons because they signed up to see this show.
Don't listen to Ricky.
Well, then never mind. We
generally angry at the world.
Just always.
I'm pretty angry too. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm angry about? The fact that you guys still have summer down here, and
still have.
That's pretty much it.
He said, "Still have summer," as though we ever get rid of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when does summer stop? Dude?
I mean,
we have hot as fuck and slightly less hot as fuck.
This is normally when it's like the hottest for us and the driest, and now it's like fall already showed up. Like we got temperatures down in the 50s and 60s Fahrenheit. I think
it's like fall here too, except it's 110.
Yeah,
because everything's dying.
The only real difference between the two seasons we have in Florida is the humidity goes away and the mosquitoes all die. That's the only difference.
What mosquitoes? It's too fucking hot for them to even exist here.
No, and love bugs.
Yeah.
Love bugs all die.
We barely got any love bugs.
Sorry. 70 degrees Fahrenheit is what we're currently at right now.
Oh, that's right. You get
between 60 and 70. It's cold, man.
What's Fahrenheit?
I don't know.
No, Fahrenheit's a real thing.
Standard.
This is the other one that's some bullshit.
System of measurements.
Yeah. So of course over here
you freedom measurements.
Freedom measurements, yeah.
Freedom measurements.
Well, we can't measure freedom in anything else other than that at this point. Either way, so you do of course hear Ricky over here.
What up, y'all?
Back again, keeping his links safe again. And
2 in a row.
2 weeks in a row, because now he's back on.
And was willing to do it for a third time last night.
Yeah, I'll talk about that briefly here in a second. But of course, you can follow. Stop that. Of course, you can see Ricky's work for Nerd Rage Radio on their Facebook, where he does make their little promo videos, and of course on Friday nights on the Realm of Collectors.
Every other Friday.
Well, he's not doing the Hangouts.
Every other Friday.
Do I need to take your place in the Hangouts? Because I haven't been showing up to the Hangouts.
There is no Hangout.
Oh, there you guys.
So they've gotten rid of the Hangouts. So now it's every other Friday over on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel on the Realm Hatton project.
What's happening every other Friday then? If the opposite the
we have families and stuff.
They just decided to not do it every Friday. Is really what it came down to. I was waiting for that to happen.
I'm hurt.
Because of the fact that I do a Friday show every fucking Friday.
How are you hurt, motherfucker? You don't even come on it. You ain't been on there.
That's not true. I haven't been on there in a while. Well, I haven't been on here in a friggin' month either.
Do you even transform, bro?
I was on that. I was on that.
Yeah, exactly. Go fuck yourself.
That was on a Tuesday.
And what were you doing yesterday? You could have come on,
Work.
Oh, yeah.
Even if there was a
so even Ricky can give you shit for not showing up on his show.
Yeah. I would not have been able to show up yesterday even if I wanted to, because garbage. Anyway.
All garbage. All the time.
All garbage.
And then of course you can hear down there that familiar Canadian drone. That is fucking Rusty Mechanic.
Speaking of Canadian drones,
for now, for now you can see his links in the description down below.
For now,
including the links to the Kickstarter from his company. Was it Giants of the North?
Giants of the North.
I was going to say North. I wanted to make sure.
We do.
Which, by the way, Joe keeps bragging about it. He said that's a really good thing.
Yeah, I was between like the stuff that Joe keeps mentioning, and I keep going back to the team with it, like. They're super enthused about it because, of course, when you create something and you pump it out into the world, you go, "Is this really any good?" Right? And just to hear somebody like anybody just go,
he's a huge fan of.
He's like, "This is really well done." If you didn't tell me that this was a third-party company, I would have said that it had been created by Wizards of the Coast, right, or whatever. So to hear stuff like that and take it back to the team, they were super enthused about that. So So shout out to Joe out there over on Nerd Rage Radio. Thank you.
Oh, we got to shout Joe out. Yeah, if you know Joe, you get the reference.
He's being a dolphin.
Oh, Joey. Actually, he prefers.
He is Joey now.
Joey now.
He's evolved to be Joey.
He'll have to forgive me. At least I made the dolphin noises.
Look, shout out to Joe and his sudden
Joey,
Uncle Joey.
But that just sounds weird because now I'm waiting for the rest of the Tanners to pop out.
He wasn't an uncle though; he was just a friend. So either way,
they always called him Uncle Joey.
Nope, they never called him Uncle Joey. They called him Joey.
Go back and watch.
I don't even have to. They didn't call him Uncle Joey. They just called him Joey. There was Uncle Jesse. That's the confusion.
I know there was Uncle Jesse,
and there was never Uncle Joey.
Go watch the show.
I did watch the show. I even watched Fuller House. They didn't call him.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
Well, the wifey watched it, so therefore I was watching it. So either way, shout out to Joey, otherwise known as Uncle Dolphin.
Do we have to call him Uncle Dolphiny?
No.
Is he Dolphiny now?
Can we call him Unk now? Can we just call him Unk?
Unk.
What up, Unk?
Unky.
Well,
Joey.
Because I think he's been Uncle Joey to that family as it has been like
probably
forever.
For a long time.
Yeah. So he's got a new outlook on life, and that's great because
his positivity is awesome to hear. Like you can tell it in his voice.
So we need to get him back on soon. I told him a little while ago we're gonna get him back on to come hang out.
Is that who you were trying to get on?
No, this is a different person. So in reality.
Tell us until it happens because it's got to be a surprise for us.
Well, it's not a surprise. It's just if it's not a possibility, there's no point in telling you that person's coming.
Why not? Just say, hey, I'm trying to get this person on.
Yeah. He's trying not to drag us along with hope.
Yeah. Well, the only person
I hope died in episode 9. So
no, the only person who cares is yes, that's a Star Wars reference.
That's a Star Wars reference.
The only reason it matters is because it's actually Laura's son, Nick. So Laura, our supporter, her son. Like whenever we have our Patreon meetings, we're sitting there, we'll talk about nerdy stuff sometimes, and she's like, "Oh my god, my son loves watching that," or "Oh my god."
How old is he?
Our age.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to watch my mouth.
No, he's not a kid. But said like, hey, would he actually want to come on the podcast since we apparently have so much in common in the nerd realm?
Oh.
So
and isn't he also from the freak country up north?
No,
they're from down here.
Yeah, they're from down here.
No,
Christine
is the one from
Christine is Canadian.
From
yes,
Canada.
Yes, and she sends me funny stuff every now and then. So
from the land that doesn't exist, from the land of make believe.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers was traveling to fucking
fairy
Canada.
dust and whatever.
Yeah, fairy dust and unicorn fart.
I will say, Rusty, it was very unfair of you guys to share your wildfires with Hawaii. That was very mean. They didn't need that.
Well, apparently that's the sparks fly and whatever.
Go against
El
the trade.
Nino.
Yeah.
El Nino.
So
just on El Nino. That's what we do.
It's just El Nino. So so hearts go out to the massive tragedy in Maui. That was fucking insane. Basically, almost an entire city wiped out in a day.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
The fucking
I don't watch the news.
There's literally almost an entire city wiped off. I'll wipe off the map from fucking wildfire in Hawaii last week.
Yeah, on the island of Maui.
On Maui, it was insane. It was so hot, so fast. Like fucking brick buildings fucking were collapsed. Like they're in shit. It looks like a nuclear bomb went off. It's fucking crazy. Like, and it was literally like a day and a half, and it was just gone.
Stop all that meth in Hawaii, they'll be okay.
Yeah, it's just they're super dry, and they're thinking basically like much like in Canada, might have been like some lightning strikes or something like that, or they already had like 90-mile-an-hour winds whipping through. What?
Oh, maybe the rock went through and thrown off lightning. Talk about what can I say except you're welcome.
No, he's Black Adam, so he's the one who has lightning powers. So he accidentally Shazammed it is what happened.
Ugh.
But no, they have video of like 90-mile-an-hour winds blowing over a fucking light pole and the wires hitting the ground. So they think that the crazy they weren't getting any storms, just insane winds, and they're super dry like we are currently. Even though they're a tropical island. So they're basically thinking it was either lightning strike or the down power lines or Chinese space lasers, something fucking crazy.
A weather balloon.
Might have been a weather balloon. Well, there is actually images of lasers hitting Hawaii that are coming from space. So not for this, but it has happened. It's a little strange, but it was definitely a thing that happened. That was not a conspiracy. That is something that happened. There wasn't much of an explanation for. Because it was visible. It wasn't like just big ass green lasers tracked across the fucking country. You could see it on camera. It's like, that's weird. But either way, that's a horrible fucking tragedy. The world's a goddamn mess right now.
Every time your vocal change right there, you're like, that's a horrible fucking tragedy. But it sounded like you're about to say, that was a horrible fucking yada yada.
It was a tragedy. There was wildfires, and then we got a war, and we're all starving to death, and then there's Canada still.
This took a turn.
Yada yada yada.
Just
we only yada yada Canada.
Canadian Google machine doing its thing. So apparently they didn't have enough time to be able to evacuate a lot of the residents of Lahaina, which was the royal capital of Hawaii back in the day.
Yeah.
But so the residents had to just run out into the ocean.
Yeah, they literally video people in the water to avoid the fire.
Just sit in the water and wait to avoid the heat and the flames.
It looks like Jurassic Park Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom when the fucking they're all out in the water after. It's what it looks like. It's crazy. And at first,
wild.
I'm sure at some point somebody thought it was an eruption or something causing it. No, it was literally a fucking sudden wildfire. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And even the early warning system didn't have time to work, it was so fucking non-functional, it didn't even get a chance to do its job before it itself was destroyed. It's like, the early warning system burned. Yeah, I think the early system literally got destroyed before it could warn anybody. I was like, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, I mean, and the death toll is over 100 now. I think they said 1,200 people at least still missing. because they basically, like Rusty said, they basically had to scatter, and there's no way off. It's a fucking island,
Right.
It's like, oh, look, mountain over here, water there, fire everywhere. There's video.
Fire bad.
The crazy part was the video. It was a lot like the L.A. wildfires from back in like 2016 or whatever, when it was really, really bad. And so it's literally cell phone footage in the back of a vehicle, and they're driving. You see nothing but blackness and fire. And they see a woman on the road in front of them, and they're like, stop. And they're like, do not stop. It's like, if you stop, we die.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. It's fucking crazy. And it's true, because basically, if they stopped and opened their doors, the vehicle would instantly burn from the inside out. So, like, she's dead. It's like, literally, that woman's dead. She's right there. Unfortunately, she's outside. She's right there. She's done, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a fucking horrendous tragedy. I don't want to try to sound like I'm making light of it.
But we're laughing at it.
Yeah,
no, Kaliki Maka, bitches.
No, we're laughing at we're laughing at Canada as usual. So
can't laugh at something that's not real.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I guess we do. Like every
all
comedy
the time.
Movie's not
real.
real.
Comedy movies aren't real. All that kind of stuff. Our government's not real, but we definitely laugh at that.
I don't laugh at that. I don't nothing at that.
Yeah. What was the other thing I was thinking of? So basically, did get some bad, tragic news as well on top of, kind of national news, kind of more local to this show in a way. Sadly, Jay/Jan Goza's mom did pass away this past weekend.
Our condolences, Jay. Man, that's.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna try to joke my way through that, dude. That just sucks.
Yeah, there's no joking around it. It was.
Well, that's my normal thing, is just to joke my way past sadness.
Yeah.
But moms are different. Moms and grandmas that's another level to me, man.
Yeah, yep. and the amount of stuff that he shared with me that's been going on around it has been really bad. It's driving him to have some very negative feelings, and one feeling like taking negative actions. And I've told him repeatedly, I was like, hey, we don't do that shit.
Just get his ass on here and talk with us, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he'd be comfortable with that, but if he wants to,
he don't have to be recorded. He can just jump on here and talk with us. It doesn't have to be recorded.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've been, I think we emailed back and forth 7 times the other day, something like that. Just, whatever. She did pass away. She did pass away.
Was your fax machine broken?
Yes.
That was my only joke, but it had nothing to do with your mom, Jay. Yeah, that time I was fucking with Shoky. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
And he works for.
Shut up. So, but either way, let's talk about who you work for.
Nope.
Shrusty.
I don't work for anybody. I don't do any work.
The Canadian government.
Yeah.
Top secret.
Right.
Spy.
So either way, he did tell me that she decided to not get treatment. Like basically, it was going to be chemo and everything else, and God knows what else. She had stage 4, I believe. It was very vague. Like the cancer was kind of here-ish, and it was just basically fucking her up a lot. Like they knew it was cancer, they didn't know what, so they were testing, and then she didn't even want to go through biopsies and stuff like that. He did make the decision to have a biopsy done to really find out what it was in case they could do something. And she said, nope, I don't want treatment, I just want to go home. So they eventually, they bring her home, gave her, I think, a little bit of hospice care, and just a few days later,
care.
Yeah, basically. And then she passed away at home. So there's that. And then somehow, I didn't get the story on this. His dad ended up in the hospital with like a broken collarbone and a bunch of vertebrae all fucked up. Like, what the hell?
Jesus Christ.
I was like, what happened to your dad? I was like, did he fall down? Did I miss something in the story you were telling me? He fell down some stairs? What happened? Like, his dad's got the funny thing is there's so many similarities between his story and mine.
You keep saying you keep saying the funny thing, and I don't think you know what that means.
No. The funny thing is the similarities between his story and mine when it came to parents in the hospital. His mom went in the hospital because she was sick, and then we found out it's worse than we considered. And then while dealing with that, Dad gets injured and breaks something, who's old and has dementia.
It wasn't funny when it happened to him. It wasn't funny when it happened to you. So I don't know.
No, the funny part is that it happened to both of us, and I jokingly said to him, I was like, "Why are you trying to one up me, man?" I was like, "You're just making things worse for yourself. You don't have to do that." It's like, it was bad enough for me. You don't need to make your life worse just to show me up. And he knows, of course, I was joking with him. He's like, trust me, believe me, I'm not trying to one-up you. And I was like, well, stop doing it. And then also the drive shaft on their vehicle fell out while he was going down the road home from the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's like, Jesus.
their only vehicle, too.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
their only.
It's like, so everybody out
When
there.
it rains, it fucking pours up there, man.
Oh, yeah, they get rain at least. Up there? I don't even know. Up
rain.
there. He's not in Canada. Everyone's in Canada,
well,
Ricky.
He's not here in Florida, so everything's
What if he
there
is? What if he is?
Well, then he's probably in northern Florida and up there anyways.
He might live in Miami. You don't know.
Well, then that's just North Cuba.
That's North Cuba. That's kind of true, actually.
I know.
Just like Canada's North Mexico. So.
I did not say that because Mexico's a real place. I've seen it.
But either way, prayers to him and his family. And like we said here, if you want to reach out, come talk to us for a bit. You can if you're up for it.
Just pop in here and just bullshit and talk, man. We can literally talk about anything.
I'll give you Ricky's DMs. I'll give you.
Ricky's you DMs. Can try. I won't respond.
Yeah. So.
But
yeah.
But you can jump in here. We can fire up a Discord and just sit here and bullshit.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It don't have to be recorded.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, if he wants it to be recorded, then that'd be fine too. If he wants to tell his story. But either way. But in kind of honor of that, in a way, here, gonna kind of forego our normal stuff we do here because he did send in, behind all of the tragedy, he took the time to write out a normal email full of questions and stuff for us. And since our time is kind of limited today, because we're already running behind, and then Rusty is on a time crunch, so we're gonna do this since we do have the three of us.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
fuck that guy. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he agrees. So, all right. So he did send in some movie ratings, like he's wanted to do. So this will be interesting. So this is our normal on a 10 scale.
Hey, and again, before we start this,
yes,
sorry, I am 1,000% sorry for the loss of your mom. That 1,000% does not mean I'm going to shit over everything you're about to say in this fucking next season. Just so we're on the same page.
Two separate problems.
Two different things, man.
Things. Yeah. So
but just so we're all on the same page, so nobody, you said that guy's opinion was fucking dumb right after he told your mom that. One that got nothing to do with the other. His opinion was dumb whether his mom's alive or passed. It doesn't matter. That opinion would be dumb.
Nobody is allowed to be offended for Joe, except for...
No, correction. You can be offended all you want. Just know Ricky don't give a fuck. So
there we go. But once again, if you want to write into us, much like Jay does, you can do so at NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail@gmail.com. I said Jay. You said Joe.
Was Jay the one who used to write us?
Yeah.
I had Joe on my brain from earlier. Sorry, Jay.
Hold on. Why, Ricky?
Who was the other one that used to write us all the time? It was Will. Jay, and then there was one. Will.
Yeah, Will abandoned us, unfortunately. So he abandoned me. Technically, he abandoned me. So he got pissed off at me for no good reason. Instead of having a conversation, he just got mad and ran away. So,
I didn't know any of this.
Oh, yeah.
Feel free to pause it and tell me this story.
I've mentioned it before. Basically, we were having a discussion on live stream, and he got heated because of the discussion we were having in general, and he just up and quit. He said, fuck, but not even so much as a fuck you. I've tried reaching out to him on DMs and email, nothing. He won't respond, and nobody from my channel has seen him anywhere else. So we don't know what happened to him. So it's kind of sad. We do miss you, Will. Just come back. So
anyway, I do because you agreed with me, and that means you're a smart
He agreed
man.
with you once. Oh, the fun part is in this email there is a disagreement with Mike, so that's fun.
Nice. Yeah. I don't even know what it is. You're right, Jay.
Yeah. So, all right. So first off, he starts out with movie ratings. So we got 11 movies, and we're gonna do our 1 to 10 rating scale as usual. We'll do half numbers, even though he does like full points. I prefer to do half numbers. If we're going to do that. So the first one is Black.
Shoki loves a loophole when it helps him.
Well, he does like a 7.1. I was like, okay, we're breaking it.
No.
That's too much.
Whole numbers or
half numbers?
Whole numbers.
I'll take quarters. Like a 7.25. There are things that warrant that. But a 7.1, a 7.2, a 7.3, that's ridiculous.
Rusty only wants a metric.
Too much.
On a 10 scale, it should be whole numbers. Like, anyway.
I believe it's.
You don't tell us what to do with our freedom measurements.
A bare minimum halves. A bare minimum halves. So either way, the first one is Black Snake Moan.
God.
That's
Zero.
Yes, you have the Samuel L. Jackson one where he chains up Christina Ricci to the fucking water heater.
No, never seen it.
I thought he chained her up in the yard. She's out in the yard.
She was
Yeah.
a part of it, but then at one point in time, he had her connected to one of them old school heater things on the wall.
Radiator.
Snake.
Yeah, radiator.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I don't know. But that's the one where the meme comes from.
Where he's like staring at him and
he's got the crazy eye and the half bald head. Yeah, that's where that crazy meme comes from. I've never seen it
once when it very first came out, and it made me dislike Christina Ricci because she lost a lot of weight, and like I think she was super hot, and then that was like gross.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I don't even know.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Black Snake Moan.
Moan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moan.
Sorry. Yeah. I have to enunciate.
Okay.
I apologize.
Like oh, Rusty. Moan.
Right. Like the the noise that your mom makes when. Okay, never mind.
Dude, my mom looks just like you with more facial hair. Good on you.
Does she sound like you? Because that's when we've got to draw the line.
Even worse. Sounds like she was smoking for 90 years and she doesn't smoke.
Justin Timberlake is in this movie?
Oh, that I actually didn't know that.
I haven't seen him in 15, 20 years.
So you don't remember enough to rate it?
I rate it low because I didn't like Chris. Samuel Jackson was awesome in it. But I don't like the rest of the movie.
Samuel Jackson is awesome, period.
He's generally awesome.
He gets the best line.
I said generally because he does have some downsides. That's the general part. So no ratings from all of us. He doesn't have one.
What's his rank?
I will.
He doesn't give it to us.
6.9 because that's what IMDb gave it.
Okay, so at least actually that's a fair point. Is actually knowing what IMDb says.
You know what a 6.9 is? It's a 69 ruined by a period.
Yes, by a period. Yep.
See, Bobby, that's how you tell that joke.
Hold on. Why has that joke come back in such like? I've seen it everywhere.
I saw it on a meme the other day, and then all of a sudden Bobby did.
So
and then he bumbled the ball on it.
I haven't heard that episode yet.
Oh man,
Chris or Joe, somebody bumbled it, and then somebody else had to fix it for him.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, I saw it on a who was it? It was Jennifer Garner told it on like Jimmy Kimmel or something, and I think that may be how it's like making the rounds again. Like that's an old fucking joke, and I didn't get that shit back in the day when I was a kid. All right, moving on. Next movie.
You know what a 68 is?
Yeah.
Where she goes down on you and you owe her one?
Yeah, it's like you blow me and I owe you one. Yep.
I thought it was 71. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
What the fuck are you
talking about? Ask how old you were.
Yeah.
Next movie.
The next movie is The Book of Eli.
Oh.
Fucking 9.
Okay.
A 9, easily.
I know of the movie. I've never seen it. I know all about it.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you have not seen the Book of Eli?
Hold on. I do have to clarify. I've seen part of it because Jessica was watching it. No. Jessica was watching it, and I came in the middle of it, but I was doing on stuff. I know it's a good movie.
We literally need to pause this right now and let you go.
I have it. We can go stream it right now. We'll watch it live on this motherfucker. I have it on.
Or I can just go pull it up on whatever streaming service and watch it. I'm aware of it.
There is something he does in that movie. It's not a spoiler of any kind. It's post-apocalyptic, obviously. There's no power grid. Like, power's very limited everywhere. Well, he has an old iPod.
Yeah.
That he has.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Whenever he gets batteries, whenever he can get his hands on some batteries or a way to recharge it, he sits down and he listens to Al Green's How Do You Mend a Broken Heart? And let me tell you, I loved that song before that movie. And after sitting there watching him listen to that song in that movie, I loved it even more. I was like, oh, fuck me, man.
I think the weird part is the Book of Eli came out around about the same time as The Road, and they get sort of blended together because they're both very similar in the style.
The Road was with the guy from
Viggo Mortensen. Yeah. Very.
I like that guy too. Damn it!
I never watched that one. I watched the other one where he was like the Russian hitman or whatever.
Oh yeah. That's a History of Violence.
Yes, History of Violence.
Yep. So, what is the IMDb rating, Rusty?
6.8. That's pathetic.
Yeah, it doesn't even
10 scale.
Yep.
So that's you blow me and you're on your period.
But all what else are you gonna do on that?
That's a blowjob interrupted by period.
Why is there blood coming out of your mouth?
No, don't describe it.
You have Ebola?
Next movie.
Okay, but hold on. Did you ever watch it, Rusty?
I never go to those online things because we've all seen the internet.
Yeah.
We know how trolls are. We know how the trolls work. They unfortunately affect those numbers too.
Well, it's true,
So they
but
can go shit on that movie just to shit on it, and it'll drive that number down.
But that's why it's an aggregate. That's not why it's a definitive. But the idea is just to see
also,
a number of it.
47% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is too bad. Yes, I did 47? see the movie. Yes, wow. I thought it was. I'm with Ricky. 9, and Denzel Washington again, fantastic.
Yeah, he kills
everything
it in
he
that.
touches just murders this movie. So yes,
Bobby officially hates you because you like Denzel Washington.
So the next one,
Bobby hates Denzel Washington. Bobby hates Denzel Washington.
I need to check this one. I'm not sure about this one.
Somebody hasn't gone back and listened to old episodes of Nerd Rage because he talks about it on there.
There's 400 episodes, dude.
True.
I've listened to them all.
I'm gonna Google this one.
I literally listened to them all.
Nice.
Okay, so the next one is Babylon AD. Oh,
yeah, Babylon AD is the cartoon one.
No. That's Titan AE. That's what I was looking at. Babylon AD is Vin Diesel and somebody.
Similar to Titan AE, and I think it came out about the same time.
I don't think they're remotely related.
Titan AE was a cartoon.
Yeah.
Babylon AD was more along the lines of type movie.
Oh, what am I thinking of? I thought this was a space movie. It's not.
It's a future movie.
Apocalyptic wasteland, battle-hardened mercenary Vin Diesel lives as a.
Right. Yeah, never saw this.
It's like a Riddick and Mad Max type movie. I don't think I ever saw it because Vin Diesel, I'm not a big fan of him as an actor, except for A Man Apart. That is one of that and Knock Around Guys. Those are my two favorite movies with him.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, if I saw this one, I don't remember it. I know the
movie posters make it look like it's kind of like Blade Runner.
Yeah, actually,
you can go by movie posters, dude.
No,
I agreed. If you go by movie posters, there wasn't even any black people in Star Wars.
No, the movie cover is definitely Unbreakable. He's in the rain wearing the raincoat.
He's got the hood on. Yeah.
So far, I'm winning on this J list because Rusty's only seen one of these movies.
Oh, terrible! IMDb says that it's 5.5.
Yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes gives it 7%.
I mean, it's a 2008 Vin Diesel movie. It can't be that good.
That's bad.
No Vin Diesel movies. Those two that I already mentioned are good.
They're
Black. Just watchable.
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black
is earlier than that. 2000.
I would say the first Pitch Black was okay. It was like 2001, 2002.
It's after.
I'll say the first Pitch Black was good.
Pitch Black, I believe,
was okay.
Wait, that was before Fast and Furious.
I think it was after the first Fast and Furious, but I think that's why he isn't in the second one, is he was making that movie.
Possibly. I think it was. In my mind, I feel like it was first, but no, you're probably right. All right, next one.
Look at that Fast and Furious movie. That shit was in the 90s.
The first Fast and Furious movie came out in 2000.
99.
It came out in 2000. That's why they drove a Honda 2000 and it mattered. A Honda S2000. Sorry, they called it a Honda 2000 because we didn't have them in the States yet. All right, so number 4 is 310 to Yuma.
I like the remake better than the original.
So good.
He didn't specify.
The Christian Bale one is great.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one of the few westerns that I'll actually sit down and watch more than one.
And I've never seen either one because I'm not a big westerns guy.
How?
I'm not a big western fan.
It doesn't feel like a western. Yeah, it doesn't feel like
I know
a western,
of it.
honestly.
I just have never seen it.
It's more like the Tombstone type western than it is like the John Wayne type westerns.
Yes.
Well, it's still a western.
But it's way more action filled. Like this this would be like if Tombstone met Fast and the Furious. Like it was crazy, dude.
No, that's Wild Wild West.
Yeah. Think about the trains. Oh yeah. That shit was wild, dude. They were having all kinds of fucking shit on there. That shit was wild. Good movie. Next.
Yeah, and it's Russell Crowe. I forgot about that.
Yeah. CGM. What's the score?
7.7 on IMDb, 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And that's the newer
one? I would easily give it like an 8, maybe a 9.
Yeah, that's a 7.5, somewhere in there for me. That sounds good to me. I wouldn't go 9, but I'll put it around there.
That's pretty good. All right, so finally, one I do know, I own, and I've seen a million times. Evolution.
That movie is funny as fuck. It is hard to go back and watch. That's the one with David Duchovny,
Sean William Scott.
And then the Sprite guy, Orlando.
Yeah.
Or 7-Up, the 7-Up guy. Because remember, he's the commercial with him walking down New York City.
Yeah.
And they're like, all the New Yorkers are like, buddy, because he had a shirt that said
seven up yours. Yeah.
Up yours.
I love that shirt. Okay, so here's the thing.
Hey, up yours too.
I really like this movie, and I've actually gone back and rewatched it recently because they had it on Hulu, and I still enjoyed the fuck out of it. And Julianne Moore is hot in it. But dude, the scene where the fucking
doesn't hold up a lot.
Well, the CG is actually still pretty good for what it was. Like when the fucking mosquito thing like opens up his biosuit and goes up his ass, and then they have to fish it out the hard way. Actually, it goes into his leg, goes towards his testicles, and it comes out near his ass, and they have to pull it out with giant forceps. And he's like, "No, go to the back." he's like, "No, cutting it up," because they're going to go in somehow through the front because he's a dude. I don't know. I thought it was funny. The cartoon series that followed it was not good.
I didn't know there was a cartoon.
Yeah, it went way too long, to be honest. It was in the era of...
you think of X-Men Evolution? It's not the same thing.
No. No, Evolution had a whole cartoon. I think it lasted like 3 seasons or something. It was fucking nuts.
I don't remember that shit at all.
Yeah, so I'd give it probably a solid like 7.
I give it a 6.
It's a fun time. It's a fun time.
Funny stuff in it. Yeah.
David Duchovny's pretty...
It's definitely in that American Pie, Van Wilder joke type era.
Early 2000s. It's like 03, I think.
Yeah. Like you definitely get that. A lot of dick jokes and poop jokes and stuff like that. Like it's that kind of vibe.
I vaguely remember this movie.
I remember everybody had a smiley face with 3 eyes on it.
Yeah, exactly. And like I never liked David Duchovny outside X-Files. Owen Wilson Scott just
Red Shoe Diaries.
Saw him. Yeah.
Californication.
That's the one.
I didn't like him in that either. It just didn't seem to like that show was good. I liked it, but I just didn't. I don't know.
I'm gonna whisper this next part because I don't want to get in too much trouble. But I was never a huge fan of X-Files. I like some of them.
It had you know what?
That was one of those shows where it was like
you were either all the way in or you.
Well, yeah, but it was like you seem to have a really good underlying plot that was dragged out over the season, but it was again it was the old school 24 episodes a season, so there was a lot of like filler garbage.
A lot of filler.
You were kind of like so and I tried to go back and watch like when the new movie and then they did like another
continuation
season, and I was like I'm gonna go back and watch this again, and I couldn't even get through season 1. I was just like I can't.
It's every bit of 1993. It's really difficult.
It's a drag, but
and then
like
when he was gone.
Movie,
okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, when they left and they replaced him with Robert Patrick, whatever his name was.
Yeah,
was that
his name?
Robert Patrick?
Yeah, the T1000.
I was like, it doesn't have the same feel. But anyway, I would give this movie a 5. Like it was funny, but it just wasn't
just some movie.
It wasn't my style.
It was a movie. 5 is passable. 5 means it's okay.
Yeah. 5 is watchable. Like if you're not doing anything on a Sunday afternoon and you want to throw a comedy on.
I think come on TV. So I think that's what. Okay, so if we're gonna go, I think a 5 is what you just said. It's a Sunday afternoon movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
5 is if you're flipping through the channels and it's on, you wouldn't flip past it. Stop and watch.
No, you'd come back to it and watch it. Like, it's not a movie you'd stop for. You go,
but
and then you'd come back when nothing else is on.
There's nothing else on.
Yeah. But I'm probably playing Marvel Snap on my phone while I'm watching it.
When aren't you playing Marvel Snap?
I'm doing it right now.
I figured that.
He says it's his boss. He says it's his boss distracting him. It's really
he's really got an event.
It's really Marvel Snap.
At 4:00, there's actually just an event that he's got to go do.
Okay, so 6.1 out of 10 for IMDb, 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
it's about I'd say it's about average on there.
Yeah,
it's actually
what we said.
It's kind of a pretty movie too, because set in Arizona.
Yeah,
it just looks nice desert motif.
Next movie
is one I believe we talked about before, but not in this context. Oh brother, where art thou?
9.
Really?
I will listen. First of all, it's the Odyssey.
It's the Odyssey.
The whole entire movie is just Homer's Odyssey. Like it's on purposely done that way with the song that "Go to Sleep, Little Baby." That song the Sirens sing, dude. I can listen to that shit on repeat. And the Soggy Bottom Boys, dude. Man of Constant Sorrow. I love that.
I love the song too. But I mean, it's like everybody watches that movie for that song, and that's the only reason why they watch it. Like I could not follow that movie. Cover. I couldn't follow the movie. It didn't seem to have any purpose.
The Odyssey.
Yes,
it's Jason and the Argonauts going home. Like they even had John Goodman was a Cyclops in the movie. That's why he had the eye patch. He's the Cyclops.
Terrible movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you're Canadian.
Don't watch it.
Disgusting.
I don't like
watch
sepia tone.
I love that movie.
Also, George Clooney, I thought was really weird in that role. Like he's good in other stuff, and it was just like they could have cast anybody else.
I think that was during the Clooney seance. Like it was just he was in every fucking.
He was
thing.
just in everything, right? He was, yeah. I don't know.
The only thing that matters.
I like
is
the songs,
Return
but
of
I've
the
never
Killer
seen the movie.
Tomatoes. That's the best part of George Clooney's Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
The first one, the first movie.
Yeah.
No, it was the second one.
No, I'm saying his first movie is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
I would drop that into a 3, but IMDb will give it a 7.7, and Rotten Tomatoes says 79%. So I'm probably wrong.
So Rusty's disgusted. You're not wrong. It's just your opinion.
Ugh,
Which is wrong.
No,
which is apparently wrong.
he's entitled to his opinion.
According to the internet, I'm wrong.
Yeah. He doesn't get our rights. He does not. He's Canadian, so he doesn't get our rights. So fuck your opinion. Your opinion is wrong. You don't have our civil rights.
No.
Civil rights?
Yeah.
I had a civil holiday last week.
Yeah, that didn't count.
Civic. No, that was a civic.
Civic,
holiday.
not civil.
Completely different thing.
Yeah.
Completely different.
So all Honda owners
Not even close.
got to have the day off.
Colonizers.
Everybody with their beater mobiles.
Yeah. Right. So back again to another movie I have seen, The Last Samurai.
Oh, the one with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I'm
giving
not.
Except for the white savior part.
You like everything?
Rusty hasn't seen that one either.
No, I haven't seen it.
No, I've seen it a million times. I own that movie. It's fantastic.
Last Samurai, great movie, except for the white savior part. That's the only thing I didn't like about that movie.
They overdid that particular part of it, but it's still a good movie.
Rest of it, gorgeous.
It's
it
fucking
is
beautiful.
the most historically inaccurate thing you could possibly fucking think of, but it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
But everybody
I think I have seen this movie. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
the one where Tom Cruise goes in and becomes a samurai.
He goes over there as a Union soldier.
Union soldier.
I almost said Confederate.
Yes. Beef up their military. He's bringing them over to modernization.
Right.
Yeah. This was the reformation of Japan or whatever.
I have seen parts of this movie. I don't think
it's a great
I've seen
movie,
all of it.
but it's like Dances with Wolves. It's
multiple things wrong with it. The biggest glaring thing is they make it a big deal about how the samurai are just blown away by these guns and they're killed and they're just mowed down because they don't know what a gun is. Secret, folks, samurais carried guns for hundreds of years. They used fucking shotguns and rifles before anybody ever heard of them.
They invented gunpowder.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
We just made guns.
They used to use bamboo tubes and load it up with fucking black powder and put bamboo shrapnel in there. Use it like a shotgun.
But to be fair,
wait!
Don't
I
hit
got
the
it.
button.
Hold on, I can get it.
To be fair,
it's coming.
I don't like it because this fucking stupid ass flag thing pops up on my screen. I don't like it.
So, but what I was going to be fairing is that they were up against a Gatling gun, not just rifles.
No. But they were blown away. Like if you watch it,
but I'm saying like they had the Gatling gun on the hill firing at them. So even if they were okay with the rifle part, they still had several Gatling guns aimed at them.
But the problem is in the movie they sell it as in the guns are what took them out, and it wasn't the guns. It was the military formations because they were used to practicing by samurai rules, which are I go in and attack you, you defend, then you go in and attack me, and I defend. We go back and forth like that until somebody dies.
Yeah.
And he came in with American military strategy, which is start shooting until everybody's dead. Yeah. And they weren't prepared for that.
Yeah. That they also didn't have the support of the government or anything, so.
But still a good movie.
Yeah, great movie.
If you make sure that you know it's not historically accurate.
Chow Yun Fat? Is that Chow Yun Fat in that one?
That was not Chow Yun Fat. It was the guy that was Godzilla movies.
Yeah, no. Wait.
Hold on. Let me look. Hiroku Sanada?
No.
Shin Koyamada?
No, that's the other guys.
Billy Connolly is in this movie?
Billy Connolly is in that, yep.
Amazing. Matsuto Harada.
No.
I'm pretty sure
that might have been him.
No idea.
Anyway. No, it was keep going. Next movie. Good movie. That's a 7.5
Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, apologies. Got my very good Asian actors confused. My bad.
But good movie. 7.5.
Easily a 7.
Historical inaccuracy.
Easily a 7.5. Because I've watched that movie. I don't even know how many times.
IMDb would agree with you. 7.8 out of 10 and 66% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's pretty much universally loved, except probably by the Japanese. If I'm gonna be
And people want historical accuracy and people who hate Tom Cruise. That's what lowers that number down.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't hated yet.
I hate Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
he wasn't totally hated just yet.
No, that
I can separate the art and the artist. That guy's a dickhole and a half, but you know what? He's in good movies.
Yeah.
Everything he touches is gold.
Well, no, everything he touches is
most things.
Everything he touches is whatever that alien monetary system is from his god.
No, that's gold. They use gold. Yeah.
The Zinbar or blah blah blah. They haven't. It's not just gold.
I know, but they like the gold.
There's
Speaking of aliens, no, that's
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yep. Either way,
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was definitely aliens.
Definitely aliens. All right, so next one is actually The One.
Oh, the Jet Li?
With Jet Li, yeah.
It was all right.
Oh, that was fine.
It was all right.
I like the multiverse aspect.
Jason Statham's the other one, right? Isn't that?
I think so.
Jason Statham. No.
Was Jason Statham in that movie?
Not that I know.
Fuck off.
He would have been not even a tertiary character because it was all about him.
Yeah, it was Jet Li.
Yeah,
like
somebody was chasing him though.
Him.
Jet Li was chasing him.
No, Jason Statham.
Really?
He is in it.
And Jason
but Jet Li was
Statham,
but Jet Li was chasing Jet Li in that movie.
He must have had hair in that movie because I don't even remember.
Jason Statham was Jason Statham was
wow. I haven't seen that in so
was
long.
helping him in some way, or one of the times that he jumped back, he ended up hooking up with Jason Statham, and then they
I don't remember that
carried
part.
forward together.
Well, that's not time travel; it's universe hopping.
Like this? They
he's killing his He's killing it. Well, he got the wrong color fingers there, but that's okay. One of those fingers is way too big.
Anyway,
either way.
So,
I like it. I think I'd give it a 5.5.
That's one of those movies that I continuously use that quote like 30 seconds when I'm saying to my boss, like, we gotta go, and I go 30 seconds, and then I run out the car.
Who just
I'm not a big Jet Li guy. Jet Li was like the poor man's Bruce Lee to me when I was growing up.
He was flash in the pan. He like showed up in it was Lethal Weapon, right? And
Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah, he took off, right? Like his star, like
he was already huge elsewhere. He just got big here.
No, I know, but when he got huge here, right? It was like his star took off and then just immediately fizzled out. And it was like the One was the last movie that you never heard from him again.
Well, the One was supposed to be his big the lead actor.
Well, he was also in Time Cop, right? Was it Time Cop? No,
Time Cop was JVD.
No, there's something like Time Cop that he was in, and it wasn't this. What was it called? Damn it!
Other Jet Li movie.
There was another Jet Li movie similar to the one.
Googles.
Yeah.
Looking.
Do you
Singapore?
Yeah.
He's from Singapore.
Yeah. What'd you think he was?
Now move along. We don't care about all that. We want to know his movies.
He was born in China. Movies.
Yeah.
Fearless. Romeo Must Die.
Fearless is a good movie.
Fearless was okay. Romeo
Must Die is a fucking fantastic
movie. That's because I like DMX.
That's with DMX. That's why it's good.
The Expendables, Kiss of the Dragon, Mulan.
Kiss of the Dragon's a damn good movie. The new Mulan.
What happened to Jet Li?
Kiss of the Dragon was the one with Aaliyah, right?
No. Kiss of the Dragon was oh god, who was it? I forgot the chick. It's not Mila Jovovich, but she looks like Mila Jovovich. Might have been Mila Jovovich. Either way, I like Kiss of the Dragon too. That was a good one. And when you actually get to see what the Kiss of the Dragon is at the end, it's fucking awesome.
It's literally just a lizard licking its face.
No, I've had that happen. I did just hear from Laura, by the way. She said that her son will be in touch.
Nice.
So awesome.
So what's the other movies by Jet Li?
I'm not getting a good list here.
Go for like
I'm
2000.
I'm failing.
Around about like 2003 era. Because he's also in one of the Rush Hours, right? Rush Hour 3?
No.
Movies.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure he was.
No, he's not in Rush Hour.
War? Are you thinking War?
War's a good one. War's
also
a good one
with
too.
Jason Statham.
Weird. He did a bunch of those.
Cradle to the Grave.
That's another good one. Cradle to Grave. Isn't that also another DMX movie?
Hero, Lethal Weapon 4, The Mummy, Expendables 3.
Nope. Oh yeah, The Mummy 3.
The Enforcer?
No. Might be. I could have sworn he was in a time
The
cop.
Sorcerer and the White Snake.
No.
Okay, we're getting into
next movie. Next movie, nobody cares about
Getting
Jet Li.
Non-American.
Yeah, apparently I've seen a lot of
on.
Jet Li. Apparently I've seen quite a bit of Jet Li movies.
I think we all didn't have a choice in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
6 out of 10 on IMDb and 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. I would have given it
13?
somewhere around a 5, I think. Yeah, 13.
The one, I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna say that's like a 4.5. That's one of those ones I would not go back to watch. If it's on and I don't have to flip to find it, I might leave it on.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun
like
one.
If I'm at your house and you're playing it, I'm not going to bitch until you turn it off. That's one of those type movies. I'm like, whatever. I guess I'm watching this again.
Yeah, in a weird way, it was like everything, everywhere, all at once before that movie was ever an idea.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, but in a similar way, where it's like becoming the best version of you because you're interacting with the other versions. Except in the one, it's the Highlander version where he kills his other versions to gain their power.
Was the one the movie that you couldn't occupy the same space at the same time with your
That was Time Cop.
Was that Time Cop?
That's Time Cop, yeah.
Because they mushed together and they died.
Yeah, Jello.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the one, he was just hopping universes and killing his alternate selves to basically gain the power to, because somehow that made him stronger.
Every time that he killed one of his alternates, he got more powerful.
Yeah, but actually they all, like, it just started.
It was literally Chinese Highlander.
Yeah, So, but the thing is, it was splitting it between the remaining ones, but only one of them knew what was up, so he killed them before they could do anything. So when he gets to the final one, it's just...
It's a 50-50 battle.
It's a 50-50 battle. It's the same versus same. It's Marvel.
But technically it wouldn't be, because let's say there was 100 Jet Lis.
Yeah.
That bad guy one had killed 98 of them, so he was 98 times stronger than that one Jet Li.
No, because it's dispersing their life energy amongst the remaining ones.
Oh, of all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
but the rest of them didn't realize that was happening. He was the only one that knew that. Oh, I'm getting more powerful.
He figured out he was getting stronger, especially after the last two were killed. All right, so moving on. Wonder Woman 1984. Never bothered.
Trash. -5. Like, horrible. Like, if I came to your house and you had in your DVD, kick your DVD player till it broke. Trash fucking movie. I might put my foot in your TV. I don't care how big it is and how I might break it. That movie is fucking dog shit. Everybody wants to jump on Justice League all the time. That's it, dude. Like, it's trash. I'll throw that bitch out a window. Like, it's bad.
Tell us how you really feel.
I think Ricky loves this movie. Doth protest too much.
Nope. I watched the first 5 minutes on mute just to see Gal Gadot again being super hot in a sexy Wonder Woman outfit. That's it.
Yeah. So for me, I've never seen it, but I will say I'm very jealous of the guy who was hypnotized into thinking he was Steve Trevor who got to fuck her. That's the only good part of the movie. Though she definitely had sex with an unwilling participant. So that's a bad thing.
Very much a rapist in that movie.
I said it was lucky for him. I didn't say it was a good thing she did that.
Mando was a stupid character in that movie. Cheetara, whatever her name is from the comics.
Yeah, don't besmirch Cheetara that way.
The gold fucking outfit, angel outfit she had was fucking stupid in that.
Not only that, it was pointless.
Dog shit. Dog shit.
Yeah, not only was it stupid, it was pointless. They're like, hey, let's make this a major marketing thing.
Oh, right. Okay, so I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I'm going to give it a 5.5, and Ricky's going to hate me for the rest of my life. Who
cares?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I will.
You don't exist to him. It's fine.
I will tell you that that's probably wrong, because I had to look up the bio of the movie again to remember what the fuck the movie was about.
Yeah.
So that tells you how bad the movie was.
Because remember,
she was sad about Steve Trevor being dead. So she turned this other guy into a human dildo, and the other chick was all bashful, and she wanted to be more go get 'em. So
she wanted to be like Wonder Woman, so they made her more like Wonder Woman.
And she was all rapey herself, and
never mind. I give it a 3.
It could have been good. It could have been good, but then it wasn't.
That's 10 too many. That's 10 too many.
And by the way, I'll give it a 3 only because of her Wonder Woman theme song entrance music.
No,
like
she's hot.
That's the only thing that kept it from being a -1,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, she's like a 9, so that's what brings this movie up to a 3.
And the music, like that. That's
-5.
You can't go below 1.
Okay. Yes, I can do whatever the fuck I want to.
We can go
I'm
0.
I'm American. I'm
We
not
could go
Canadian. I can
0.
do what I want
Go
on my
0.
scale. I can go negatives. Watch, -3. -3.175. How about that shit?
Yeah, it doesn't.
IMDb gives it a -3.5.
It
No,
does
it
not.
gives it a 5.4.
That would not surprise me.
They give it a what?
5.4 with
So
54%
still-
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's
so-
weird. How's the number equal? That's funny.
Because the Rotten Tomatoes counts in all the fucking people who sell out and go to those movies because Hollywood gives them tickets to go see it, and they're the ones who give it positive reviews.
Don't know about that.
That 5% on the other one, that's the people that were.
I
in the
think
movie
when she
getting
was
it.
lassoing lightning to swing through the sky, we literally
Tarzan
jumped the
monkey style,
fucking.
like
We
get
jumped the
outta
cheetah
here.
on that one.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't, and I didn't watch this movie.
Yeah,
she
it is-
used
so-
the power of love to help her Tarzan through lightning. It was fucking crazy.
Okay,
it is
so
not a memorable movie.
no, well, it's memorable for how bad it is. So you're wrong.
Okay.
So we have a 3-pack here. We've got our Walmart 3-pack $5 bin special here of
Let's do
the Dusk Till Dawn 1 through 3.
The first one was okay. I never watched any of the
I
other
didn't
ones.
watch any of the rest of them. I only watched the first one.
If you took out the Selma Hayek part of that movie, I wouldn't even watch that
She's
movie at
not
all.
even the best part of that movie.
You're fucking dumb.
The fucking part with the snake was stupid.
Quentin
Danny
Tarantino-
Trejo. Danny
Quentin
Trejo's the best part.
Tarantino is a fucking idiot. Quentin Tarantino should never be allowed to make movies. Period. End of story.
Me and the fake person in the bottom of my screen agree. I think he's super overrated.
Fuck.
He's
I
made a
hate
few good ones, but this was not a good one. Well,
It's
this
just
is an
him-
okay movie. I give it a 4.
him and Spike Lee can go fucking eat a bag of dicks.
Oh, Spike Lee
and
could
die
definitely
in
eat a bag of
ditch
dicks.
somewhere. That's the two biggest beefs I have in the movie industry is those two guys. I hate those two guys.
Spike Lee
Anyway,
made like
like
one
zero.
good movie.
Hero.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Did he do? Oh yes.
And,
Okay. I would give him a-
Devil in the Blue Dress.
Who did White
saw
Men
it.
Can't Jump?
That was not Spike
I
Lee.
don't know why I
But
thought that
think
was Spike Lee.
I think Spike Lee did do He Got Game, and I like that.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. He Got Game. That's what I was thinking of.
Wait, Quentin Tarantino did Pulp Fiction, right?
Yes.
And I
Is
hate
he
that
old?
movie.
Really?
I want to find the Saudi Arabian Prince cut where the guy took it
Yeah.
and like they thought they got a bad copy, so he had somebody edit it so it plays in order. Like the whole movie.
They
goes in
re-edited
order.
the movie.
Really?
That's funny.
Yes.
That's actually hilarious.
And like it was one of the first things that got released onto the internet, and it disappeared really fast because it was a bad copy. But he re-edited it because he didn't think it was supposed to be out of order like that. He didn't realize Tarantino's a fucking cocksmoker who sucks his own cock, so he didn't know that the movie was supposed to be like that.
Weird.
So the only back to Dusk Till Dawn, I enjoyed the story of it, but then there's just parts of it that are really fucking stupid.
No.
And then
There was
like
no
I
story.
like the twist at the end, but that's it.
Did not
Nope.
twist at the end. Did not save it for me. 0.
Actually,
Zero.
Selma Hayek,
the matte
Selma Hayek
painting
and
work
her
at the end
hotness.
is pretty good.
Selma Hayek and her hotness was the best part of that, and George Clooney should
Also-
have killed Richie at the very beginning of that movie. 'cause that dude was a
Also-
fucking goof.
I agree, but I also, and once again, we got another fucking George Clooney movie. Wow.
Yeah.
But no, what I was
And he
gonna
was
get, what I was
terrible
gonna get, I saw the edited version
this was
more than I saw the
pre-Batman.
original.
Pre-Batman.
Yeah, and he had the fucking neck tattoo.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then
But
finally,
yeah, I never saw number 2 and 3, so I have no.
Yeah,
I'm
and
assuming
then there was a
They
series.
can only be worse. They can only be worse than the first one, and the first one was bad enough. So
I think my problem is when vampires have to be bats. That's when it's annoying to me, and they basically were just bat people, and it's just like. I'm more of the more like modern style. They just kind of grow fangs and sort of mutate their face a little bit. Vampires versus they turn into giant mutant bats or a dog or whatever the fuck one of them turned into. Some of the
not the supernatural style versus the mutation
Realistic,
style.
yeah, something like that.
I'm
Yeah,
saying my favorite version of a vampire, and everybody forgets this one, was Dracula 2000.
no, we didn't
Was
forget.
it 2000? That's the
Never
one where
saw it.
Gerard Butler
Yeah.
was Dracula, but the backstory is he's Judas Iscariot.
Yeah,
And him being Judas explains all of Dracula's weaknesses. Why he
Yeah.
dies from silver because he sold Jesus out for silver. Why he can't be out in the sunrise because he hung himself at
why
sunset.
crosses
Like,
hurt him.
all that is explained by
Yeah.
who he was.
Yeah,
I
makes
thought that was a really fucking cool take on.
I was
That's cool.
I was okay with what was it?
And then of course the Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like you're not gonna get much better than that shit. That shit was.
That's weird in its own right. But no, what's the one I'm thinking of? The fuck? Who's the?
You said the one from Blade Trinity. I'm gonna
No. The guy. I am drawing a huge fucking blank. Who was the horror guy?
Dracula Untold.
No. Who was the
Horror
big horror director? Wes Craven. Is it Wes
Freddy
Craven?
Krueger, Wes Craven?
Is it Wes Craven that did Was it just called Vampires?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, with James Woods.
Yes, James Woods.
Okay, so I really enjoyed that way more than fucking Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dawn is fun just because there's some tits in it, and Cheech Marin's kind of funny. But I prefer that version of
the
Vampires.
Was
and he had a very similar backstory to your Dracula.
I think they came out at the same time,
roughly,
as like Dusk Till Dawn. Like that's
one of those high school times.
You like that, you'll definitely like this. And it was one of those type movies.
Yeah.
96 for Dusk Till Dawn, 98 for Vampires.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah.
Because I liked
7.2 by IMDb and 63% by Rotten Tomatoes.
People like that movie. Wow.
Really?
Because it's a Tarantino movie, and everybody loves listening to him suck his own dick in a movie.
Teenage Shoky gives it a 10. Current Shoky gives it a fucking 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a 4.5. I'm gonna go lower. That's one I wouldn't.
Okay. Go back to. Fair point. Yeah, I wouldn't go back to it.
I feel like that's the type of movie that has a cult following.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
It's one of the ones.
Almost all Tarantino. I've never watched Kill Bill Volume 2, and I fell asleep.
Wait, what about Inglourious Bastards?
I love it because they kill Hitler. I mean, you can't get better than that in my world.
But it's Tarantino.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Again, flashes in the pan. Yeah. I love Reservoir Dogs. I love that movie. Not because of the Tarantino part of it. Because I can't hear Steelers Wheel without picturing what's his face doing that little dance with the straight razor and cutting the cop's ear off. Like I can't hear that song at all.
Yeah. All right. Last movie though. Oh, after Rookie.
Sorry, I hated Reservoir Dogs, but I watched it about 10 years ago. So I think I missed its heyday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
most people don't realize how old that movie is. That
no, I didn't.
1988 or something.
89 or 90. It was like right in there. That was like his first big movie. It's crazy.
But when I watched it, I kind of went, isn't this just Pulp Fiction again?
I think it's in the same universe. They treat it like the same universe.
Anyway,
it can't be the same universe because Mr. White and Wolf are the same actor.
Yeah, and they also kind of try to tie it into
alternate universe.
Try to Kill Bill. Kill Bill's pretty good. Kill Bill 1 and 2. I like those movies.
I fell asleep watching the first one. Didn't even bother with the second one.
I like them. The second one's better.
As soon as it went cartoony, like it literally cut to a cartoon, I was like, no, I'm out.
Nah, I enjoy it. Also, non-linear storytelling.
But I heard that Hateful Eight was really good, but I haven't
never saw it. That was one where they're all in the cabin, right? No, that's
well, they end up at a cabin.
Yeah, I thought that basically the whole movie is all of them in like the cabin for basically the whole movie.
It's like a western of some kind. I've never watched it, but I've heard it was good.
Yeah. All right, last movie, and then we'll move on to questions. Outbreak.
The monkey one with Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah.
During the pandemic, that would have been a 10. Post-pandemic, like a 6, 5.5, somewhere in there. I mean, it's a movie. It's not horrible. I haven't watched it again. I haven't watched it since the 90s. And in the 90s, I thought Congo was a great movie. So I don't know how you want to judge my 90s self. Because I was a big Michael Crichton. I read like all his books. I was reading all his books, and I loved every adaptation they made of his stuff in the 90s. You couldn't steer me off of a Michael Crichton thing. But it's probably not that great now, but I do remember liking that movie.
Yeah, it was okay. I'd say a 6.
I was going to say
I wouldn't turn it off.
Yeah, I'd do like a 5, 5.5. I'd go back to it if there was nothing else to watch.
Better than Evolution. No, not better than Evolution. Better than, what was the movie we said we'll watch any given time?
Wonder Woman 84.
Evolution. Evolution was a 5.
Evolution was a 5.
Yeah, so it would be better than Evolution.
Outbreak before I watched Evolution, because I think Outbreak holds up better than Evolution.
Yeah, I would give that
other than it being in the 80s. No.
But Kevin Spacey's in it, so I have to give it a negative
Outbreak
5.
wasn't in the 80s. Outbreak was in the 90s, dude. It was like 93.
No, I think it takes place in the 80s.
95.
Probably. 95.
Yeah.
95. Yeah.
It looks like the fucking 80s.
Kevin Spacey was in
Kevin Spacey
Morgan
was in that?
Freeman, Cuba Gooding Jr., Patrick Dempsey.
That was a huge cast.
That was like Cuba Gooding Jr.'s breakout movie.
He was young, yeah. I remember that for sure.
Jesus, everybody was in this movie.
Everybody was in that movie. Yep. Like, everybody just remembers Dustin Hoffman.
Was in it.
Yeah, he was like one of the stars. Rene Russo, whatever the stars.
Russo.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the movies.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, of course, everybody forgets the best one is Maurice the monkey. Wasn't it Maurice? What did Ross call his monkey?
I think it was Maurice.
Yes, yeah, it's Maurice.
Yeah, in France, yeah.
And Maurice the monkey in Outbreak. That's the Outbreak
Yeah.
monkey.
Maurice,
Yeah,
stop pumping the remote.
The
Yeah,
capuchin monkeys.
Yeah, so between that movie and Friends, everybody wanted these fucking monkeys without realizing it's a fucking nightmare. It's like, why would you want one after Outbreak?
They're vicious little fucking animals.
They eat your
They
face.
throw shit at you.
Yeah.
They hump things, they throw shit, and they'll eat your face. It's like the worst possible thing of a cat.
Were you following me around on Saturday?
I was working like a real person.
David Schwimmer has been quoted several times as he went to the producers and said, "You got to get rid of this monkey because he hated working with that thing because they could."
Oh, it was Marcel.
Marcel.
Yep.
They could never. He could never get a scene done in 5 takes. With that fucking monkey because it wouldn't sit. It wouldn't
cooperate. Right.
So he hated that fucking thing.
Monkeys and babies, things you should never work with on a TV show.
Yeah. He actually said it on, what was that? The anniversary special they had last year or whatever. And he came right out and said it because somebody asked. It's in the audience. They were like,
that monkey.
What was the worst? Yeah. What was your worst experience on Friends? He was like, the fucking monkey.
Yeah.
He's just like, that monkey was, he hated it.
Having to pretend to have sex with Jennifer Aniston. No, wait.
Worst thing I've had to do in my
Worst
whole
thing I ever
life.
had to do. Worst thing I ever had to do was try to contain her banana boobs.
And if you watch that special thing, they were actually dating, like hooking up at the very beginning.
Oh, everybody fucked everybody on those shows. Are you kidding me? Of course.
Except
I would put Matthew Perry's kind of hot.
Well, yeah.
Not anymore.
Except for Matthew Perry, because that guy was completely coked up every day on the show.
Yeah,
every day.
He wanted to.
No, he could never get it down.
Anyway.
One of the two.
Oh,
it's like you only have 1 or 2 options with cocaine. Either it will never go up or it'll never go down. There's no in between.
And whiskey dick is not a thing. If it is, I have the opposite of whiskey dick, and I have that. Like, it drives my wife nuts. Like, she hates when I break out the bottle of Jameson because she knows I'd be right.
I can't drive her too far nuts. They're in her purse.
Get ready.
We covered this earlier.
All right, so
now we got actual questions. So this whole, this is a long email. He did send another. He did send me another one, by the way, which is funny. So
why is water wet? We're taking questions from people. Oh, yes, okay, sorry.
We're still taking questions, and actually,
technically, water isn't wet.
Yeah, water isn't actually wet.
Skin's reaction to the feel of water.
Oh, jeez.
Technically, you don't actually touch water, so it can't be wet.
You're going to dismiss that on me too much. Why is the sky blue? Oh, well, it's not blue. It's actually black. But the atmosphere from the sun and the reflection of the rays and the blah, 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 blah.
Why is water blue?
Why?
Because it is. No, water is. No, water is actually blue.
Could be brown.
You never see enough of it except for the ocean to notice.
Have you ever been to...
the king's blood.
I've been to Galveston where it's brown. That's just the sheer amount of mud in it. Pure water.
I've been to Clearwater when it was red.
Yeah.
I've been to the Red River when it's brown.
Once again, when it's interrupted by a period.
No, it's called red tide. It's fucking
gross.
Yeah, exactly. It's red tide.
It's an algae.
I don't care what your wife calls it. Either way.
Yeah.
Bacteria.
Either way, don't go swimming.
Mouthful of...
Shut up.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving on to questions.
Ask me a question, damn it.
All right, so here's a question. It says, what is your guys' favorite Xbox-only exclusive game?
Halo.
Xbox-only exclusive. Call of Duty.
Halo. Wait,
that's not an exclusive game, you dickhead. I got it on PlayStation.
I don't know.
Rusty only knows Marvel Snap.
I only know Marvel Snap. Xbox.
It's Halo.
It's Halo for me.
Oh, wait. Is Forza 7 Xbox only?
Forza is Xbox only, yeah.
Okay,
no, not all Forzas are. I think the newer ones are.
Whichever Forza is exclusive to the Xbox.
Forza was Xbox exclusive because Gran Turismo was PlayStation exclusive.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Nobody gives a shit about Xbox, by the way.
It's Halo, and then close second was the first 3 Gears of War.
Yeah, also. Fair point, yes.
Completely. I changed my answer. Gears of War.
No, you can't change it now, fucker.
No, Gears of War.
Yeah. So
You're not the boss of me. There's an entire invisible line between me and you. You can't stop me. I changed my mind.
There's a whole lot of invisible lines between us. I live in Texas. There's a few states.
He's in an invisible country surrounded by an invisible line. You can't touch
invisible provinces.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
And territories.
It's not even a state.
Territory.
So, so now we need the reverse. So we get what's your favorite PlayStation exclusive?
Either God of War or the new Spider-Man.
Whatever Ricky just said.
I'm gonna go with. If I didn't have God of War, I would have said Gran Turismo.
Nah, I'm not a race car person.
Because back in the day, that was actually no. I take that back. Because Tokyo Extreme Racer was
Underground 1 and 2 were my favorites.
I never owned.
And they had those on Xbox, I believe.
Never owned a PlayStation.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go God of War. New God of general God of War. Yeah.
All God of War. Yeah. Especially the older stuff. I like the older stuff better.
Ricky,
I like the older stuff better because it's Greek and Roman mythology stuff. I like the newer one better because of the father and son. So it depends on which era you talk to Rick.
Invisible dry, much like deodorant.
Ricky,
that's only a good joke if you saw what happened.
Ricky's not allowed to choose several things and lump them all together. He must choose.
Have you ever seen his top fives?
I know. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Nah. Do you see how I'm going to ignore you? Whatever the fuck I want to.
Yes. Okay, so another question. This is actually more about.
Did they ever put the Arkham series on Xbox?
The what? Arkham? No, it's still. I'm pretty sure it's still PlayStation only.
Then that's right up there too.
Yeah,
because it's Batman.
Pretty sure that's a big old Sony. That's a big old Sony game.
So Ricky's answer is every game he's ever played on PlayStation.
No, it's the reason why I'm a PlayStation person. I own an Xbox, but strictly for Halo and Gears of War. I don't play any other game on that system.
All right, so number 3 question here. What is the worst job you've ever done?
Oh, fuck.
That's easy for me.
That last job you just had? Not joking.
Fresh out of high school, my night job, I was a bouncer in Ybor City, so that was fun because I was getting to party and do shenanigans.
Oh, you literally.
But my day job was I did sprinkler system installation, and and I lived in Tampa at the time, so Central Florida, in Tampa Bay area, a lot of that ground around there is this red clay, and because me and this one other guy were new, the people who had been on these crews were giant cock smokers. And I don't know how many people know what a trencher is, but picture a table saw, but about 5 feet around.
I've used one.
They're huge. They're on wheels, and all you do is you turn it on, you just lower it into the ground, and you push it. It's on wheels, and it cuts these deep trenches. You can set how deep you want the trenches to be. They would purposely lean on that fucking thing and have me and the new guy with spade shovels dig 50-foot fucking trench lines through red clay in the middle of summer in Florida.
Fuck everything about that.
Yep. The fucking worst. I hated that goddamn job.
I'm going to have to go with my first job, and that was sacking groceries at Albertsons. But
nice Albertsons.
But that is where I met the girl that I first had sex with, so it wasn't all bad. And she was hot. So there's that. But like
you sacked her food, she sacked your sack. Good to go.
Well, yeah, I lost my virginity in that parking lot, so yeah.
In the parking lot?
In the parking lot, in the back of my Bronco too.
Fucking
he's like he's over there trying to get a vertical sight in the and he's like, just don't tear up this one part. This is where my Bronco was parked at.
No joke. No, hold on. No joke. We were on lunch break, or she was on lunch break. I came up there to visit her, so we're in the back of the thing. And we're parked around the side where nobody else parked. And it was a night shift. But then this one guy, he's literally moving stuff from the back of the store to the front. So he's going around on the little fucking electric forklift, and he's going by and he's honking the whole time because he knows what we're doing. I was like, you fuckhead. But that job sucked because my very first day there, they didn't have anything for me to do because they had everybody fucking bagging groceries already. We're good. And it was like a fucking Friday night or some shit. I don't remember. I know it was a night shift. And so they stuck me with this other fucking piece of shit assistant manager named Johnny. He's a fucking asshole. I hated this guy. And he took me to the back and made me clean up a pallet of broken tomato sauce. Like fucking spaghetti sauce. Like it had been broken, it had been sitting there for days, so now it was moldy. And he said, all right, clean up the jars you can and throw away the rest. So I'm sitting there, brand new boots, brand new slacks, all this shit. And I'm fucking cleaning this fucking mess for hours on end until I finally walked up and I'm like, I went to go look for him. I was like, how long do I need to do this for? You know, that's not the job I signed up for. I did that for, I think, like 8 months or something like that before I started at Papa John's. Yeah, that fucking, I mean, that fucking sucked a lot. I enjoyed pushing carts, though. Like, that was the one thing I liked doing, because it was a challenge. You know, see how many carts you can push all at once. I think my record was 65.
Real quick, because I've been giving them shit about it this whole time, I do have to second. I do know Rusty exists, and I do know Canada must be some kind of a real place.
It's recorded and it's on the internet forever. That's right.
This showed up at my house, and it came from Rusty's house in Canada.
It came from somewhere.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt just for this. After this moment, you no longer exist in your country's
I don't exist again? Okay.
Nope. And your country's fake. So.
I mean, he could have just wrote a fake address. It might not even come from Canada.
No, I don't exist anymore.
Yeah. What is this fucking cartoon I'm looking at?
What, that? That's my cool logo.
It's very small.
I helped redesign it. Fucking tell me.
I think it could be better.
Yeah.
Either way. So, Rusty, worst job?
When I was in college, I had the devious act of being a telemarketer.
Wow.
I was a telemarketer for a second. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Telemarketing.
You had to call Canadians. That's fucking horrible.
It was fucking the worst. Terrible. I felt like shit, but I needed a job and it was there and it was easy and it was the fucking worst. Like, yeah, automated calling system. Right, calling people at like 5 o'clock. They're in the middle of supper. Blah, blah, trying to pitch something to them.
You had to be the worst people. You just
it was the worst one. Like that's worst feeling, and I'll agree. The job I felt bad about doing was a telemarketing job. The job that sucked the most ass was the fucking putting in the sprinkler systems. But we did that one, and it was an auto, like you said, an auto call thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it only called people in England. And what we were doing is we were selling them family trips to Disney, and like with the hotel and food, and all that shit. And like I was doing really good, and then I started asking questions. And here was the rub: I sold it to you, and your trip was August 15th through the 20th. And you bought it, you gave me your money, and we hung up, and then you got to pack it in the mail, giving you all your stuff to be there August 15th to the 20th. Like, you had to figure out how to get the fuck from England to there by that date, or your shit was just negated. But you already paid us, and we did not pay for you to get here.
Yeah, that sounds shitty.
Fucking, it wasn't Disney, it was a cruise line thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a whole list we used to laugh so hard about. There was a whole list of phrases and words you couldn't say because it means different shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the selling points was the all-you-could-eat buffets that were available.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't allowed to say to them, you could eat until you're stuffed, because over there, getting stuffed means getting fucked.
Yeah.
And I told my boss, I'm like, dude, if you called me up and told me you helped me get onto it and I could get fucked while I was on that cruise, you selling me tickets, I might buy tickets just. And he's like, nah, shut up. But then when I found out about the whole scam of they had to show up on a certain date, or they weren't, either they just negated their money, that's when I quit.
Yeah, that's pretty scammy.
After that job.
That's pretty scammy.
Yeah.
I just kept getting like you said, like, probably 10% of the people I called would probably buy whatever I was selling, and it was the other 90%. Out of the 90%, probably 70% of those people were just yell at you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So almost every call, somebody's fucking don't, and then our managers would tell us, because it was a company of telemarketer all over the country, right? So they had stats that they had to keep up. So they would tell us that if you didn't get through your pitch, then hang it up as a voicemail, right? Like on the system, right? So that they would get called again, right? Mm-hmm. Just to try to keep numbers up of that was a failed call. That was a failed call. That was a failed call. And that's where I started getting to the point. I was like I can't do it. Like, this is like, I started thinking about people on the other end who are like, I don't want you to call me anymore. And I'd be like, you're getting a recall. right? And then I started thinking, because that was me.
Well,
I kept getting this
if they
call
tell you
over and
that,
over and over.
if they tell you they don't want you to take
you
us
had to
off
go on
your
a
call
no call list.
you have to put them on it, or you can go to fucking jail for that shit.
Yeah.
We have
Those
the same
laws
law here
didn't
now,
exist
too.
back when Rusty did that shit.
No, there was no such thing as a no call list.
Rusty
back then.
was on a
Rotary phone. He had to call the operator and give them the proper number.
No. I had the wires. I had to plug in the switch.
You were the operator.
Can you connect me to New York City 521?
Absolutely, sir. 1 minute, please.
Back when they had letters, when phone numbers had letters in them.
Thank you for holding. Who can I connect you to? 1 moment, please. Thank you for holding. Who can I connect you to?
You'd be good at that, Rusty.
I think I would.
You might be. You got a good voice for talking to no one.
You got a face for radio, brother. You got a face for radio.
Yeah, I agreed 100%.
Well, until that all clears up, yes.
Oh man, that's not going away.
Is this still not going away?
It's still not going away. It comes and goes.
That
like
sucks.
2 days
What
ago
are
it
we
was
talking?
fine.
What do you have, eczema?
It's rosacea.
He's got some bad
rosacea.
rosacea.
Yeah. It's 2 days ago it was gone. It was all cleared up, and then 2 days later.
Yeah, the wifey has it too, and
I didn't even notice it until you just said it. Yeah, rosacea.
Yeah. Oh, you missed it when it was real bad. When that one day it was just me and him, it was horrendous.
This entire side of my face was all scarred.
Yeah,
up
and this one, we
prioritized
left side when he was still on the other side of the room.
And I was doing this. I was like, "Hey guys."
Yeah, he literally was trying to avoid his face. It was gross. I mean, I felt bad. I felt bad.
This is my good side.
You know how bad it's got to be for me to feel bad for you. Like I don't have sympathy.
I understand.
I don't.
I understand.
Yeah. I'm not.
Nobody should. Apparently, it's my fault.
All right.
That's just a mark of sin that you masturbated a lot as a.
Apparently, I drank too much as a child. I don't know.
Could be.
You got the blown out blood vessels on your nose.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? The fucking vodka, whatever.
Sadly, Jessica has that on her nose and her cheeks. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
No, there used to be a thing back in the day that the old
alcoholics.
Alcoholics. That's how you tell us their nose.
Right here, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, time out. How much time you got, Rusty? It's almost 4.
I'm good for like another. I can go like 5, 10, 15 max.
Okay.
He can go till we tell him to fucking
Because there's only 2 more questions, and the rest of it's just opinions from him. So if you got to bail, we'll just get through the questions.
Do it.
Yep. So, all right. So next up, worst comic series you've ever read.
Oh.
The Clone Saga.
Spider-Man. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's not even that bad at beginning. It got worse.
Yeah.
That was the problem. They didn't know how to stop it.
Worst comic series? There was something in Image Comics that I thought was terrible.
Spawn. Wildcat.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Spawn I did not enjoy. I'll tell you, I didn't
Spawn
enjoy
took a hard turn.
It did.
The Marvel Transformers comics I never enjoyed.
They're hard to read now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
IDW, once Hasbro put their dick in the mix, that took a turn.
Yeah.
I would go with probably Spawn. Spawn was.
It was good in the early
like
days.
All of it, or just the later stuff.
Like
after 100, it got fucked up.
I think it was the later stuff. I remember like when Image Comics first came out and they had Spawn and the Dragon, Savage Dragon, and
all that.
What was they had like their
Wildcats.
own
Wildcats was
good.
theirs.
Yeah, that was really good. And then it's like as Spawn went along, it just got worse.
It's gone on too long. It should have stopped
once
like 15 years ago.
Once McFarlane was all the way out and Capullo took over, and it has nothing to do with his drawing style. It was that they were talking
the writing wasn't good.
No, like the writing didn't make any sense anymore. So I'd probably say Spawn.
And then at some point in time, he kills himself. Like Al kills himself, so he doesn't have to be Spawn no more. And then they made a new Spawn, and nobody liked him.
And then he came back.
Then killed him and bring Al back.
Yeah, that was their reboot. That was in like the 200s, I think, 200 or 300s.
That was like not 2 years ago.
The entire series of comics after the death of Superman, those were all terrible.
Yeah.
No, the reign of Superman.
Didn't like him.
You're fucking nuts.
I'm just saying.
There's a good chunk of DC after Dark Knight's Metal that's fucking sucked. That's like after they did the reboot and they did like the Year of Villains that was leading up to.
New 52 was trash.
New 52 is not good.
Yeah, that was not good.
I haven't been exposed enough to New 52. Yeah, some of it's good.
There's bits of it that were good.
Court of Owls and whatnot.
Court of Owls.
Yeah, the Batman stories were decent. The Green Lantern stories were okay. but like there's like just parts of it that are just like okay.
And I think Brightest Day after Darkest Night was bad.
Yeah.
Like it's not bad as a total, and it's not bad by itself. But coming on the heels of the Darkest Night, which was fucking phenomenal, Brightest Day just does not stack up.
Yeah. I would also say after Dark Knight's Metal, when they did the New Age of Heroes, and I was collecting most of those, Brimstone was pretty bad. That was their version of like Ghost Rider / Spawn, another one. And like it was going so much slower than the rest of them were going. Like their new version of the Hulk, which is called Damage, that was okay. Silencer was actually pretty good. I liked the Silencer as a character and stuff like that. I was following her character, but like the rest of them
Mighty
weren't
Morphin
good.
Power Ranger cartoon.
Oh, the comics are good. No, the comics are good. Well, the old ones, I'll say the old '90s ones probably sucked ass. The new ones are all good.
That was a shot at you. That I
know. No, the new Power Rangers comics are all pretty good.
The mid 90s all the way into probably the mid 2010s of Turtles. Those comics were trash.
Yeah.
That shit got crazy. No reason other than just
there's a whole IDW run of Turtles that is or isn't
pretty
good.
Much,
I don't know.
And take all the nostalgia out. People go fuck themselves because they'll be in uproar about it. But Silver Age comics are garbage. Try to go back and read them now.
How dare
like they are bad, dude. Like I'm gonna tell people like. One of the reasons why I dislike Superman so much, and I like him, but the reason why I dislike him comparatively is because he was very overpowered from the get-go. And then every time somebody would be able to figure out how to beat that, they would just up his power level. They would give him some other new power. Like most people don't remember this, but Superman wasn't able to fly in the original comics.
No, he just jumped.
He could run fast and jump high, and he was bulletproof.
Yeah.
That was his whole power set in the original comics.
Yeah.
By the mid 50s and 60s, he had this one where he would hold his hand like this, and a smaller version of himself would come out of his hand.
Yeah.
And then that one would hold his hand out, and a smaller version of himself to the point it was just him all into an infinite number of slightly smaller versions.
There was one story where he was exposed to a certain kryptonite that made a small version of himself pop out. And he didn't think it was real. There's a whole fucking absurd story about that.
Silver Age
stuff is nuts.
Fucking rough,
that was drugs. All drug-filled fucking rages.
It was rough.
Right, so this is a question directly for Ricky. Hold on.
Sorry, I did also forget about the Spider-Man clone saga. That was also
he said
terrible.
it first.
That's the first one I said.
Is that what you said? Sorry, I was reading something. I was distracted.
Well, I said Clone Saga. I didn't specify Spider-Man. I figured everybody knew it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
This is a Ricky specific question.
It started out strong, and then it just
went all over the place. It didn't make any sense anymore. Yeah.
And they kept it going for like 2.5 years or some shit instead of just doing a few episodes and be done. All right, what's for me?
All right, so it says, ask Ricky if he has Detective Comics number 4 from 1991.
Detective Comics number 4 from 91. What does it look like?
Why would
literally don't know. The CGM's going to do his job.
Yeah, I'm working on
91?
Yeah.
Detective Comics from, or is that saying 1941?
No, 1991.
Robin.
1991.
Number 4.
I have no idea what it is.
I don't have a lot of 90s comics, so probably don't.
1991.
I mean, did they do a reboot there? Because how would it be number 4?
That's why I asked if you meant 1940.
Detective Comics Annual number 4 was released in 1991.
It might be.
Probably.
I assume it'd have to be because I don't know what it is.
What's it look like?
Like this. I can get the reflection.
That's a weird one. He's standing on top of the Roxy thing. I have no idea. That's weird. Armageddon. It says Armageddon 2001. I have no idea what that is.
That doesn't sound familiar.
I have no idea.
I know. Okay, so let me correct it. I don't own it physically, but I own it digitally because I have every Batman comic digitally.
Yeah, because I knew you said that, but so he was just asking if you needed it or something and you wanted it, he would trade for it. I mean, I guess he's got it. That's what he was getting at.
Why he was asking. Okay.
I will trade you this slightly used plastic baggie.
It is valued at.
So like,
shut up! We're on the internet, dude. Don't say this out loud
$5.
because I can. No. If you tell me how much it's worth, then I got to try to match that value. Relax.
$1 million billion.
I know you're lying because
It's like
Detective Comics
$5.
27.
Well, apparently I don't exist, so anything I say is probably a lie to you anyway.
That's Canadian bucks.
Well, I would have just told you to translate it to
That's in Canucks. That's how many Canucks it's worth.
That's in his Canadian rupees. That doesn't count.
Ruples.
All right, so that's it for questions. So no, he doesn't need that comic.
But no, Jay, I do not physically have it.
Does not have nor need.
I did not say that. What do you want for it?
Yeah, there you go. You hit up Ricky somewhere.
Why did he muted? He muted.
It's because 403. He probably had to do the thing.
Yeah, he has to do his Marvel Snap.
He's got to go play his
bullshit.
Marvel Snapiverse.
No, because people walk into my room to get things, and the last time that happened, you didn't remove her from the video.
I did. I literally did.
How would you ever see the video?
You wouldn't see the video. It was on Patreon.
You told me.
She walked on while we were talking.
Right.
Yeah, but she wasn't on the camera at that point. We were paused.
Oh, were we?
Yeah, we were paused at that point.
Oh, okay. Then I apologize.
No.
Canadian apology.
There was one time where you weren't in here. Remember when you left the room and it was Rusty talking?
Yeah, I went back through the footage.
She walked in during that.
Yeah, you didn't see her really. She was kind of over his shoulder at best. Wasn't even a face.
She leaned over and picked up the dog or some shit.
It was like a boob. There was like a boob.
There was a boob.
It was a busty.
It was a boob, and it was right here.
Yeah, it's always there. The pimply boob.
It's not rosacea. Those are bruises from being slapped in the face with.
Salami bruises across the face.
That's not what he was getting at. He was talking about cruise lining.
What's cruise lining?
What's cruise lining?
Bigger than motorboating.
Oh.
Because they're not. Either way.
Fuck me sideways. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so opinions. Opinion. This is his opinions of things. No, this is not our opinions. His opinions. His opinions. He's participating in the show.
This is the part where Ricky tells Jay he's wrong. Got it.
All right, so the first one is I watched the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, and I think it's an awesome show. Oh, sorry, correction. He doesn't say first. He says he watched 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, and he thinks it was an awesome show. And he
no matter which 2 episodes he watched.
He said he watched the last 2.
No matter which one it is, he's wrong. And that was fucking X-Men stinger at the end. Wrong.
So he thought it was good, and Mike is wrong somehow because Mike didn't like the show. It's like Mike didn't have that big of a problem with the show.
Yeah, he did. He hated it because it had a girl lead.
No, that's what we said about it. That's what we said Mike said about it. I think Mike actually didn't have the... Mike had a problem with him constantly repeating... Well, they kept going on about Partition. That was the only thing. It's just like over and over. It's just like literally Partition drinking game. That was his only real criticism. Other than that, the show wasn't terrible. I think of the most recent shows, it's not bad. But that's his opinion. He enjoyed it
when it first came out. I was watching it as they released, and I think I made it to the 2nd episode. I was like, this is not for me.
No.
But then I waited until it was all done, and I just fucking sped run through it, and I actually quite enjoyed it. I liked the flashback Partition part of the story and all that. That's the part I liked.
Oh, the flashback was fine. It was just the fact they kept going on about it. Like I think out of like 7 episodes, I think they said it like 28 times or something. Either way,
that's fine.
It's just a lot. It's like
we've said it more times. We've said it more times in this one episode than
we're on the average Miss Marvel count realistically. Okay, so he says he's participating in a show is what he's doing here. So he
rock and roll.
So he said new comics I got Alien 2022 number 3 and number 5. So that's the newer Alien comics from Marvel, I believe. Let's see here.
I thought Dark Horse got Alien back.
They did, but Marvel had a run before it ended.
Okay.
Or maybe I got them in the other room. I'll check. Either way, because I got the first 2 just to see if it was any good. Oh, by the way, I picked up Void Rivals. You know, the one that's like rebooting the Hasbro whatever. You know, the one that had Jetfire in it.
Yeah.
Apparently, I missed up number 2, so I gotta go fucking find it. Because I picked up number 3 today. Either way, moving on. So he said he got Star Wars: The High Republic, Eye of the Storm number 1. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know anything about the High Republic comics. Also, he said The High Republic, The Blade number 2.
I don't collect comics anymore, so I don't know any comics, modern ones. Like the last set of comics I really collected was I don't think Star Wars wise was when Darth Vader, that first Darth Vader series was coming out after Marvel got him. Yeah. That was like the last Star Wars comics I got.
Yeah, and they've got
the last series of comics I was back when Image Comics was
back when Jack Kirby first created Silver Surfer. Now,
Fuck. How old am I?
You dated yourself at one point, so we know you're old.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
apparently, me and Derek B are the same age.
Oh wow.
No, Derek B's 987.
Oh, there you go.
986.
That's why your beards look the same. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Derek has more pepper in his salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a little more pepper. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you need to get on that. Get some more pepper in there. All right. Then he says Star Wars: High Republic, number 5, number 10. So he's picking up these Star Wars: High Republic comics. I don't know if these are old or new. I don't think so.
Doesn't matter. It's the ones he picked up.
Yeah, and they said Monkey Prince number 1, 2, and 3, cover B.
Never heard of it.
Card stock variants. Interesting. Prince.
Never even heard of that one.
I think I remember that comic coming out, and it's basically like Journey to the West situation. I remember that's Monkey King. I don't know what the Monkey Prince is. It might be in that similar.
His son.
I have no idea.
I know. I
don't know if Sun Wukong actually had a son or not, because he became like an immortal being at the.
But it's the Monkey King, Monkey Prince. Follow along with what I'm doing here. The prince would be the son of a king.
Yeah, but Sun Wukong, like he became a god after that. I don't know if.
Hey, fuck you too! Don't talk to me like that.
Either way.
I don't know what that means. You don't know what that means.
The Monkey King is Sun Wukong.
Hey, fuck you too!
You've never seen fucking Journey to the West?
I don't know what's happening.
He's saying stuff in a foreign language, and I'm assuming.
Sun Wukong.
Fuck you too! Quit saying it.
It's a name.
You don't know. You could be saying all these white people's mom.
I'm glad your phone just bleeped you.
Mute it out.
I think you get excited. I think you get excited, and your volume detection thingy cuts you off. I think that's what's happening when you go.
I believe that you don't know that in a foreign language, all these white people's moms are whores.
It did it anyways. Like it actually bleeped whores. Did you catch that?
Like certain words you say, it's like cutting them off.
Like no joke. Anyway. Like, when you listen back to it, that time it got.
See, it worked. The first 2 times you said whore, it didn't.
It is weird.
Maybe it's because I said white people, and Zuckerberg was like, "Not today, sir.
Not today."
No. I think it's a pop filter. I think your mic. It's like a little too. All right, so rolling out to the end of his email here, he says, "Other than that, you guys know how my life has been. I'm gonna try to keep my head above the bad thoughts and see what happens." Yep. Well, just
do it.
The name of this episode is "This One's for Jay."
Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna say R.I.P. Jay as well. And then he sent me a link for an outdoor grill because I was talking about that the other day, and he was like.
The only outdoor grill you need is the Weber TravelMate Pro, TravelMate 2.
I don't
look up the TravelMate. That's not a real.
Yeah, but he keeps sending me countertop grills. I'm like, then I have to have a counter. It's like
I think he's assuming because you're in an apartment, you don't have a backyard to put it in.
No, so but I have a balcony to put it on. This is literally get
the Weber TravelMate Pro.
I want a Blackstone.
With a folding stand.
No, I just want a Blackstone to fucking.
And you can stand it up on its.
Yeah, I don't want to.
He wants to have a real grill.
I want to have
transform. It is a real grill.
I don't even really want
a real grill.
I know what he's.
We want a real grill like
yes, it's like that, but it's smaller.
Yeah, but I don't want
having a backyard.
I don't want one that a stiff breeze can knock over.
No,
with your folding legs.
As the only Canadian in the show that camps, you go look this fucking thing up, and then you buy it, and then you thank me for it.
I'm not camping. I'm living, Rusty. I live here. I don't have to camp
here. Are we Canadian?
Just trust me. Trust.
I think Rusty has like stock in this company.
I think I'm gonna get a Blackstone. Is really what I want. I just can't afford it right now. They're like $350.
Blackstones. What's wrong with Whitestone?
Same thing that's wrong with white anything.
Asian stone.
Yellowstone?
Rhinestone.
He didn't even go for a color.
Yellowstone. Please.
It smells like sulfur. It smells like sulfur. That's the problem.
Okay, when is Yellowstone going to get canceled?
That's not even a grill. That's a fucking massive volcano underground is what that is.
Yep.
Fucking super volcano that's going to end us all.
Yeah, calm down, Woody Harrelson.
That's Biden's end goal. If he doesn't win next year, he's just gonna fucking set off Yellowstone. Is what it is.
He would not. He doesn't even know how to turn on his fucking lights. How the fuck's he gonna set off a volcano?
I don't know.
Why did I turn the light switch this way?
He has people to do that for him.
I'm lost. Well, then that means he won't be the one setting off the volcano. It'll be some other asshole.
Yeah, we see your orange arm, Rusty.
Is it orange?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking orange.
It's kind of yellow.
When did I become a Simpsons character?
Are your kidneys shutting down?
That's so weird.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like that on my camera.
No,
but it looks like that
it comes across
in
on
Discord.
Orange Rusty. You've become Rusty.
Ah,
You've oxidized.
You're rusted.
I'm oxidizing.
Yeah, that's what
We
oxidizing
call
in
that
front of us.
tanning in Florida.
This is what the Canadian sun will do to your skin too.
It's your blue shirt that's causing that. It's called
That's
automatic white balance is what's doing that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and see the Great Blue North. We'll
Shout
turn
out
your
to
skin
Pake.
orange.
Shout out to Madhouse for designing this T-shirt.
I thought Pake designed
Oh,
it.
shout out that
No,
guy.
Madhouse
He
does
does
it for him. Does his
Yes,
stuff. That's what
it's
it is.
it's on his
Quit
Teespring.
saying Buddha Baba Baba. They don't fucking give us any money. We don't plug them.
Madhouse.
Madhouse
check them
should
out.
give us money.
MadhouseToys.com.
Considering how much
Please.
Rusty has talked about them here, we should get something. At least a free
Please.
toy.
That's what I'm saying.
You want T-shirts? I'll get you a
Please.
T-shirt. I'll get you all T-shirts.
Nobody wants that shit.
I want a free toy.
Free
Right.
toy.
Yeah, I want
Those are
them to.
expensive.
I know.
Have you seen the Canadian exchange rate lately?
I don't care.
No, I want
That's not my
Madhouse to
problem.
send me a free toy.
That
They
sounds
don't.
more like a Canadian's problem than it does an American. Because you're sending it this way. I don't have to change it.
Look, I can get poutine here. I don't need much of an exchange rate.
Poutine.
Yeah, I can get all dressed up chips. So fuck y'all.
All dressed chips are pretty awesome.
I should have sent you a bag when I sent you that thing. I didn't even think about it. Fuck.
Dude, they're out of the stores right now. One of the guys down in Tampa hit me up. He's like, dude, they got all dressed chips down at Publix. I'm like, bird.
Like,
say less.
So once again, guys, if you'd like to email us with questions and or comments or topics and shit like that, you can do so at NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail@gmail.com, which is in the description, so you don't have to remember how to spell it or try to figure it out on your own. You can literally copy and paste it. That's how today's day
We will
works.
insult you incessantly for your questions.
Maybe. And then Ricky's over there playing with his scuba diver again, his Scuba Steve. Oh, look.
No, this is the new one. This is my Cobra Eel.
Oh, it's Scuba Scott.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of that, I didn't even realize what I said. I didn't realize you were
Is that
holding
the
up
New Age
Scott.
one?
That's funny.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm holding up Scott.
No, that was
Is that the
a
New Age one?
coincidence that I said that.
I know.
Is that the New Age one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should have got the Magic Square. New Age one's too small.
I like the New Age one because I haven't bought it yet, but I want
Yeah,
it.
no, but you're also a New Age whore.
New Age whore.
I am a
It's
New Age
better.
whore and I like it.
No.
But no, the Magic
Call
Square
you-
one's bigger.
Call you no.
Remember how I showed you the two jazzes next to each other?
Remember how I still don't care? Remember how I just buy
I'm not
New Age?
talking. Nobody's even talking to you, Mister.
Rusty buys whatever legends are available.
But do you remember how I showed you those two jazzes and how the Magic Square was slightly bigger? Same thing with that. All New Age vehicles, like cars, are smaller when they transform into robot.
Got it.
Still looks better. Either way.
Okay, moving on.
So moving on, that's the end of the show because Rusty's got to go. So do I.
Either way, guys.
Yes, either way. So make sure you do the like and subscribe thing to all of our stuff. You have descriptions down below that have.
You can
links
buy
and shit.
toys at Agabus.
You could, but we don't get any money from Agabus.
We don't get it from the other one that we keep talking about either.
No,
So,
I mean if Hanny wanted to like sponsor the show, I wouldn't be mad. We could represent BotCon and whatnot. That's all good. We didn't really
speaking
get
of which, that's coming up next week.
no, that's why I'm waiting on my rock box to be sent to me because that's all I'm waiting is like where the fuck is my rock box?
Rockbox doesn't ship till after BotCon.
I know that's why I can't wait because I can't go to BotCon. I just want my rock box. There you go. So either way, we'll do our weeks and stuff next episode. We just wanted to make sure this was sort of a J-centric episode to get back to rolling on normal thing here. So guys, we'll see y'all next time.
I'm sorry about your mom again, dude.
Yes.
I hope you had fun with the show like we had.
Thoughts and prayers
Condolences.
and condolences from everyone here at Naimia. So, and with that,
Okay, bye.
he
bye.
fucking K-byed all over my with that. This
Sorry.
motherfucker.
Okay,
bye.
sorry. What do you want to say with that?
I gotta say with that.
Okay, bye.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did
Do it again.
And
Do it again.
K-bye. No,
Take two.
it's over. It's take 3 now.
Okay.
And with that,
Okay,
Okay, bye.
there we go. Finally.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.